Good morning. I think today is definitely something to celebrate. You guys have made it through your first full week of virtual learning. So I know that that is huge, and I hope that it's been going well at home. Just a reminder that today is going to be the parade at 1 o'clock. So make sure that you come outside and you say hello to all of us at Deep Springs. Today is Friday, April 10th. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our reading plans. Today you will need your lockbook and you will need your closed reading companion. You can also access your closed reading companion online, and that's how I'm going to do it today because I actually don't have the book either. So I'm going to first type in drive.google.com into my internet browser, and then I'm going to click on my waffle. And I'm going to click on Connect Ed. And then I am going to log in. And you're going to see your book. Okay? And that's what you're going to click on, is your book. And remember, you'll go to your to-do and it should be there. Okay, so in your closed reading companions, you are on page, let's see, you are going to be on pages 136 and 137 in your closed reading companions. And your lockbook, if you're using the hard textbook or if you are online, is on page 380. And today's story is called What If It Happened to You? So I'm going to give you a few minutes to read the story. Before you read it, though, I want you to look at the top of page 380. And it has our essential question. And then it also tells us the genre. And this week's genre, the whole week we've been studying realistic fiction. And so with realistic fiction, there's a couple of things I want you to know. First of all, it is a made-up story. These characters are made up. However, this actually could happen in real life. The events that are going to take place could actually happen in real life, but these stories and today's characters, they're pretend. Okay, the setting is real, so where the story takes place is actually going to be a real place. The characters could be real people, and there's going to be a problem. And we've learned that when there's a problem, there's a solution. And you're going to notice that the author is not going to use first person pronouns. They're not going to use I, me, or my. They're going to mostly be using the character's name. So now would be a good time to pause the video and I'll give you a few minutes to read the story. When you're finished, you're going to have out your closed reading companions, and we are going to be on page 136. Yep, 136 and 137, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through that. Let's look at page 136. It says, what if it happened to you? I'm going to read that little text to this on the left-hand side. Yasmin and her family are safe, but the Ollie family has lost everything in the fire, said Miss Lintney. For the rest of the morning, Jana thought about how she could help Yasmin. At the lunch table, she listed ideas on scraps of notebook paper as other kids played with their handheld game players. Jana shook her head. How could they sit there and play games at a time like this? Other kids argued about which sneakers or jeans were the best. What if you only had the clothes on your back? Finally, she decided to ask the kids at her table to do something for the Ali family. Yasmin has two brothers. Louis, do you have an extra hoodie or some jeans you could donate? She asked the boys across from her. So let's look at the directions on page 136. It says reread and use the prompts to take notes in the text. Circle words in paragraph 2 that help you understand Jana's character. Underline the question Jana asks herself. Write her questions here. So let's think about the kind of person that Jana is. She's sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, this family has lost everything in a fire. What can I do to help? So that tells you that Jana is very kind. She's very compassionate towards other people. She cares about other people and whatever they may be going through or experiencing. So let's underline parts in that text that show, sorry, we're going to circle those words, that show how Jana is being a compassionate friend. And then it asks, what questions does she ask herself? Okay, one of them is, she says, how could they sit there and play a game at a time like this? So I don't know about you, but a game probably isn't as important as what's going on with this family. They've lost everything in a fire. That's way more important, way bigger problem. And then she also asks that question, what if you only had the clothes on your back? What if that's all you had, is what you have on right now? That's the only thing you have. So those are two very important questions that Jana's asking, and it definitely shows the kind of person that she is. Now, let's go ahead and the part where it says talk with a partner, you're more than welcome to complete that part with your mom, your dad, your nana, your papa, brother, sister. We are going to move on to page 137. And I'm going to read the text again on the left side that says, what if it happened to you? So Jana's created a poster. And it says, Jana's poster got everyone's attention. It made students imagine themselves in Yasmin's positions. Kids donated any pocket change they had. Sunny gave her whole allowance. The next day, kids brought hoodies, jeans, t-shirts, and shoes. Lewis donated an old game player. Trey and Ryan brought in some books and a skateboard. Soon, several boxes in the classroom were full. So it says, reread Jana's poster. Circle the words and punctuation marks that are repeated to help you understand its purpose and write them there. So she asks many questions. What if a fire took all that you own? Okay, so she's asking those questions. What would you do? Who would you turn to? So she's putting it back on you. How would you feel? Hopefully you would want somebody to help you out, and that's what she's trying to do. So the purpose of this poster is to get you to show empathy, like we've learned in second steps, to show empathy and compassion for what this family is going through. Okay? And then it says, underline the sentence that tells why Jana's poster made such an impact. How do we know her poster made an impact? What did the class start to do? It says the next day, kids brought hoodies, jeans, t-shirts, and shoes. Lewis even brought in that old game player. And Trey and Ryan brought in books and a skateboard. So not only did they bring this student the necessity, the clothing items that they needed, but they decided to think, wow, you are a kid too. What are some things that you might want? Like me, I might want a game player. I might want a skateboard. So the whole class comes together to work together with Jana's plan. Okay, so what an awesome classmate Jana is. I know there are many of you that would do the same thing if this happened to one of your classmates. So that is it for today's lesson over what if it happened to you. So again, you should have had out your lockbook today and your closed reading companion. If you did it online, that's fine. Just send me a screenshot of you working. That way I can take attendance today. Bye.